And our segment today is going to be a doozy because, as we stated, AEW just created a new ranking system. Bum, bum, bum. They want to do a ranking system because they want to make it more professional or more real or more, I have no idea.
Sports like is what they're
Sports,
going with.
sports, 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 sports. So, not sure if you can pop it up. If you can, we can talk about it. But today, our segment is going to be the AEW rankings. We're going to, briefly talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, what we think. Is it going to work? What's wrong? Whatever you want to talk about. So, Ryan, as always, you'll start off. What are you feeling about these rankings? Or should we go over the rankings first and what they are? Should
Yeah,
we
let's
talk
go.
about people who can't see? So basically, they have a rankings, right? They have a top 5 in each category. They don't have it by title. They have it by men's. Oh, here it is. Perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
So now you can see it. All right. Perfect. Now I don't need it on my phone anymore. So yeah, so that's the ranking system. They have it by men's champions. So all 4 champs, one having 3 belts, 5 contenders, 2 women champions, 5 contenders, the trios, 5 contenders, and the tag team champions, 5 contenders. Let's start with this. What do you like about the ranking systems in a whole, or actually just go for it? Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
These rankings are confusing as hell. I cannot figure it out. So what is Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page? What are they the number one contenders for? Are they the number one contenders for Samoa Joe's title? Are they the number one contenders for Christian Cage? Are they the number one contenders for Orange Cassidy or Eddie Kingston? Like that's why I don't like that they've lumped them all together. You have guys that aren't even in the world title picture, like Roderick Strong, John Moxley, and Adam Copeland in the rankings with other people that are in the world title picture with Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page. So it's just that whole thing is just really confusing to me. I can't. I wish that they would have done it with, you have a ranking for the international championship and everybody that's going for that. You put your Adam Copeland in there, you put your Daniel Garcia, you put whoever else. Then you have your TNT championship rankings, you have your Continental Classic championship ranking, and then your world championship rankings. And same thing with the TBS championship. Lumping them all together to me just really confuses me. Deonna Purrazzo obviously is the number one contender, but she's won 2 matches in 2024. That I don't understand that when Mariah May has also won 2 matches in 2024, but she's number 5 behind Sky Blue, Sheeta, and Thunder Rosa, who weren't even on TV this week. And then the tag division. The top contenders for the tag division: Sting and Darby Allin, obviously, because they're wrestling next week, and then John Silver and Alex Reynolds, Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli, Private Party, and then Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. It's just, where are these people picking up these wins? Are they counting house shows as victories? Are they counting non-televised matches, dark matches, or whatever as wins? I don't understand it. And then the trios, it gets even better. The number one contenders for the trios championships are the guys that the trios champions are aligned with, the Bullet Club Gold, who are the ROH 6-man tag team champions. Don't get me started on that. And then you have the Hardys and Mark Briscoe. When the Hardys lose every match that they're in, so are they only the top contenders when the 3 of them wrestle together, or if Jeff Hardy goes off and wrestles singles matches, does that not count towards his ranking for the trios championship? Dark Order, I didn't even know they were still around. And FTR and Daniel Garcia, they're the number 4, but they just beat House of Black, who's number 5 in a cage match. I don't understand this. I do not get this. These rankings they're too clunky. They're too, I get you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out, but it's way too confusing. And this is from the AEW website. I know the people listening on Apple and Spotify can't see it, but this is from AEW, and that's it. There's no explanation as to how Swerve and Hangman are the number 1 contenders and how Adam Copeland is 3rd. If Adam Copeland's 3rd, why isn't he going after Swerve and Hangman Page and going after the top prize? Instead, he's really focusing on Christian Cage. I can't figure this out. It's just too confusing. I wish there was like an explanation somewhere on this website.
So I stated before that they created these rankings because they don't want to book show. They don't want to book stories. It is what it is. And that's a fact. You can argue me on it. Well, you can book stories through the rankings. No. This is a cheap way because if you build stories, you build characters, you build contenders. This way you can just throw them up there and now you have a story, right? They're just going to wrestle Swerve because he's number one. So that's there. But this is also another thing that I keep saying. AEW has a good idea. They put out thus good idea, but they don't have a good execution. You're
Yeah.
100% right. Think of one other thing that has a ranking system. UFC. UFC has a
Mhm.
ranking system. Does the UFC in the ranking system put men's champions and then 5 people, no matter the weights, and women's champions? And
Yeah.
then no, they have heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, lightweight. They go through it and they have literally then the top 10 of each one. Why would Tony Khan in any way, shape, or form think this was a good idea? You did it with the tag team and the trios. Why would you not split up each? Okay, it's for many of reasons, right? Why he's doing it. For one, like I was going to bring up Orange Cassidy. Why would anybody need to be a contender to face Orange Cassidy? He defends his title 3
Yeah, he
times a week
defends it every week.
against
Yeah.
nobodies. So what does it
Yeah.
even matter if you're a contender? Nobody wants Orange Cat. Eddie Kingston just challenged somebody with 3 titles to a non-title match. Both of them shouldn't even be on there. If you're not going to separate them
Yeah. Agreed.
individually, there's literally no point. And let's go through it, right? Let's go through Easter because these rankings, these contenders are atrocious. So we got Swerve and Hangman 1 and 2. Makes sense. I actually don't think Hangman being at number 2 makes sense. I don't know why I just said it did make Swerve makes sense. Hangman's on like a 2 match losing streak, and then he won 2 after that. But who'd he
Yeah.
beat? So you have him, and I'm glad they didn't put standings because standings don't make contenders. Chael Sonnen used to be a number 1 middleweight contender, and he had like a 24-12 record. It doesn't matter by record; it matters how you're hot right now, right? That's how you build contenders. But Hangman ain't hot right now. Adam Copeland's hotter than he is, but once again, who is Adam Copeland wrestling? John Moxley, who he's
Yeah.
not Roderick Strong. Like what?
Yeah.
Those are you don't like Roderick Strong ain't even the hottest person in his crew.
No.
Wardlow's hotter than he is right now. The contenders is a hot shit show. And like you said, you got 2 who are actually 3 of them. 3, Swerve, Hangman, and Moxley probably are all trying to go for the heavyweight.
Mhm.
Adam Copeland's going for the TNT, and Roderick's going for the international. So you don't even have a contender for Eddie Kingston on that list. It's
Yeah.
stupid. Break all 4 of them up next week. Get rid of the system, Tony Khan. Break all 4. Boom. Same thing with the women's. These women need to be separated. Not all of them are going. Thunder Rose ain't going for the heavyweight right now. Hikaru Shida, all she does is lose. Why the hell is she on this list? Sky Blue? Bruh. Maria May, that would like be putting the thank you girl on there as a
Yeah.
contender for the
Maxine.
women's. I'm sorry, Maria May is a joke. Right? What? That's your top. If I was an AEW fan and I was like, or WWE fan, I was like, yo, let me tune in to AEW. Who are I hear this women's division from all the AEW fans on Twitter that they got the best women's division in the world. Who they got? Tony Storm, check. Julia Hart, check. All right. Deanna Purrazzo, I've heard of her. Cool. Thunder Rosa, I thought she was injured. Hikaru Shida, who's that? Sky Blue, huh? Maria
Yeah.
May, what? The girl who used to marry to Nick Cannon? You can't even you literally have, it's a joke. And go ahead if you want to,
I was just going to say that my big thing too, sorry to interrupt, but these girls aren't even on TV. You know, Sky Blue and Sheeta weren't even on TV this week. And, you know, you had Willow Nightingale. Where is she in the rankings? And where is Chris Statlander in the rankings?
Yep.
And, you know, where are all these people that you know, you had Robin Renegade wrestle against, where's Serena Deeb? Serena Deeb has won just as many matches as Deanna Purrazzo, and yet she's not on this rankings at all. Like Deanna Purrazzo just got there and she's already the number 1 contender. It just, I don't, I don't understand this. I don't get it.
Once again, these ranking systems were booked and planned so they don't have to book story. Sting and Darby as tag team champ contenders. I get it. Okay. Dark Order's on the trios and the tag team contenders. Yeah. I have not seen the Dark Order wrestle in weeks. Bryan Danielson and Claudio are the number 1 tag team. Moxley and Claudio just wrestled together.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They don't even wrestle all the time together. Sense. Now they're a top 3. You actually have tag teams in the tag team division, and these are your contenders. Private Party? Didn't they just kind of start making a name? And then you have Best Friends at the end. That is the worst list I have ever seen in my life of tag teams. Then we got the trios champion, Bullet Club Gold. Once again, they're all besties, and okay, cool. That they should be on there. I get it. The Hardys and Mark Briscoe, I'm not going to lie, I had no idea they were ever. I'd never seen them wrestle together. Like, they
Yeah, I
wrestled at a
know.
house show.
I think
I've never. How
they
are
were
they
probably on
number
a couple of
two?
episodes of Rampage or something. But yeah, I don't
How
understand
the
how they're number
hell?
two.
How the hell are the Hardys and the Dark Order ahead of FTR and House of Black?
Yeah,
Please explain that to me in any sense of the. So at
FTR
least the
just beat
trios
House
list
of
is
Black, so
100%.
they should
They
move
should
up
be
to number
number
two.
one.
Yeah,
No, they
or
should be
yeah,
number one. What the hell is
yeah,
Bullet Club Gold done?
that's true.
And
Yeah,
if Bullet Club Gold is number one by beating a trios team, where's the trios team they beat? How are you number one if you beat a trios team that's not even in the ranking system?
yeah, I know.
So is that even a win? Is that even a this ranking system is trash. I haven't heard much of people talking about it. I don't know. You can tell me if the hardcores are praising it or not. This ranking system is trash. It's a huge miss. It's a good attempt. Tony Khan, take it, redo it next week. Don't even say you're going to. Repost next week's with each individual man with actual contenders and start
Yes,
at scratch. The end. And we all will be saved. But
yeah,
you have to start. If you keep this again next week, this is a miss and it's going to continue to be a miss and it's pointless. Just get it off. There's a reason why they didn't show it on Dynamite.
yeah, because this is atrocious, and
Yeah.
they need to, like you said, they need to put this on Dynamite too. And
Yes.
close to the end, when Swerve Strickland beats Rob Van Dam, he moves ahead of Hangman Page,
And
who
show him move like
yeah,
bling bling bling. Like, yeah.
yeah, they did it with the Continental Classic. Every time somebody
Mm-hmm.
advanced in the tournament, they showed them
Yep.
advancement and they moved them over to
Mm-hmm.
the next. Do the same thing here. Put them on the screen. But also, when I go to this website, I just googled AEW rankings and it took me to the AEW's homepage,
Mm-hmm.
allelitewrestling.com. There's, like I said earlier, there's no explanation. Put an explanation. Put like
Mm-hmm.
the top two contenders from each division will compete for the top,
Mm-hmm.
explain it. Just explain it again for
Yeah.
casual fans that maybe are stumbling upon your product for the first time. Oh, let me see your roster. Let me see your rankings. And then they just put a bunch of pictures up with no explanation whatsoever. It's clunky. It makes no sense. I don't get it. And yeah, they need to redo this next week.
They do. And they can start doing that too, because once you have changes, so that's where you put asterisks in the bottom and you say Adam Copeland went from 3 to 4 due to inactivity, or Hangman Page went
Yeah.
from 2 to 1 due to beating Swerve Strickland on Dynamite. That's when you can start putting things. You don't have to explain each, but you can put why people have moved, why people are there. Once again, but you can't just have men's champions and then only 5. How can they all get 5 contenders, but one has 4 people, one has 2, and the 2 other ones have 1? So they
Yeah.
all get this, like I said, and there's not even a contender for Kingston on there. So why is he even on there? And Orange Cassidy gets a title shot to me and you right now if he won.
Yeah.
So
Every
why
week.
are there even contenders for him? There's no point. It's just
Yeah.
it's stupid. This is
Yeah.
a really, really poorly done. I'm actually embarrassed for Tony Khan for allowing this ranking system to be released. This is
And
like what people are saying is like AEW is hot right now.
yeah. No, the thing for me is these rankings. This is their second attempt at doing these rankings. They
Mhm.
took the rankings away
Mhm.
from 2022 or so. I think that there was a report there that CM Punk wanted them gone, and
Mhm.
it made sense. Now looking at these rankings now, it makes sense why he wanted them gone. But I thought,
Mhm.
okay, they're going to get he's going to bring them back. We're going to get a redo. He's probably going to do it a little bit differently, but it's the exact same thing. There's like no explanation. It makes none of this
Mhm.
makes any sense. It makes no sense
Yeah.
whatsoever. And speaking of, where's Hook? You have 5 contenders. Where's the FTW championship? Why is that not on there with the
Roderick Strong
representative?
is ahead of Hook. John Moxley is ahead of Hook. What
Yeah.
are neither of those guys doing right now? Yeah.
Yeah,
Insane.
exactly. Yeah.
Insane. And Hook just challenged for the title. And
And
he's
Hook
not even in the top 5.
Hook has a championship too, which
Yeah, why is he not up there?
why isn't he
Doesn't
up
that
there?
title
It's under men's
recognize?
champion. Yeah. And what about Ring of Honor? Do they
Oh.
not count? Because they're defended every other week on AEW
Yeah,
TV.
I don't know. And there's not even many Ring of Honor champions even as contenders. So that
No.
shows how low you think of Ring of Honor when you can't even have contenders on here.
Yeah.
So, like, you're gonna tell me Private Party is bigger than the Kingdom?
No.
Like right now in the Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta are more popular than the King. Brian Danielson and Claudio aren't even a tag team. They're bigger than like Dark Order. That tag team contender list is atrocious.
Yeah,
It's
that is bad.
atrocious.
That
It's
is
embarrassing.
bad.
If I was a tag team in AEW, I would have been pissed off.
And also, where's Wardlow in this? Because he's like undefeated since he's come back. He's been beating
That's what I
everybody down.
said.
Yeah.
Roderick Strong's not even the best in his crew.
Yeah,
And
and
he's a top
you
5
have
contender.
Wardlow up here, and yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't understand this. I don't get it. What like and Wardlow's even trying to go for the title, but he's not even in the rankings.
Mhm.
So he can
And
give the
shoot, the
title to
Hardys
Adam Cole.
the Hardys would have made more sense as tag team contenders than trios contenders. If you wanted them on the list, you could have definitely put
Yeah.
them above any of those people. I mean, it's bad. Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen.
Yeah.
Tired of it. But that's our rankings. If you post comments, you guys are starting to let us know if you disagree with us and what you think. I'll probably post some TikToks about it tomorrow and such. I think I'm gonna take a day off today to let my stuff cook and then come back tomorrow. But yeah, I wanna know what you guys think of these rankings. Are we blinded, or like I said, I haven't looked into anybody and what they're saying about it, so I don't know if people are digging it or not, or if people are just trying to be nice because they're fans and like, no, it's a good effort, I like it, it's a good
Yeah.
start. I don't know, but like I said, I don't think get rid of it, but you have to next week. He has to
fine tune it.
He needs to fine tune it. Like, you can change it right away. It's still a ranking system. It doesn't matter. Separate each division and actually put contenders there. And every time they move up, put explanations. You're welcome, Tony Khan. You can have it for free.
Put
Yeah.
you said, put everybody in divisions. I like that idea. Putting them, Adam Copeland is in the TNT Championship division
Yes.
with Daniel Garcia and
Yes.
I don't know, John Moxley and Hook and a bunch of randos, and then have an international championship division and have a tag team division. Yeah, book your women's division. You have one women's division. You can't even book that right. So But I agree completely. Yeah. They need divisions, and if they're going to do this, they need to do it the right way.
Yeah, 100%. It wasn't done. It was a miss. So try again. Good idea. Bad execution. That's the story of AEW.
Yeah, it seems to be the theme.
Yeah, it is. And that's our episode of Two Dudes with Attitudes Wrestling Podcast, AEW edition. As always, continue to subscribe. We're blowing up on YouTube finally. We're finally getting there. Keep clicking, keep liking, keep posting comments, keep doing what you do. We appreciate it. And as always, you can check me on all social media at HBD Denton. I'm posting as much as I can as well on YouTube and TikTokies and everywhere you can see social media, as I said. But as always, I am the Heartbreak Dude, Denton. And as Ryan does not know, I'm always breaking hearts and spitting facts.
Yeah, I got it now.
I'm going to get you a shirt. And with me, as always, is
Ryan Enjoys Wrestling. If you like this video and you want to see other videos like it, remember to subscribe. If you're listening to us audio-wise on Spotify, Apple, Google, anywhere you get your podcasts, thank you for listening, and make sure you follow us and leave a review. But we are, like he said, we're blowing up, and I've said this before. I'm going to end every episode with it. 2024 is going to be the year of the dudes. So thank you for all the support and the love. And let's get AEW back on track.
Let's go. Let's do it. Two dudes, we out.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast, shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'. Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and